Hola amigos. So normally it's the sun's rising and it's not rising yet. So anyways, a couple of things. I actually want to get to some very important visions I had. It's quite fascinating when I was seeking therapy, which is no secret. And long story short, how long it's been taking to just get just that alone. My sleep has not been getting any better. Some of it at my account because I dwell in thought. But when I'm sleeping, I have another reality that I go to. And it's becoming more apparent and translucent. I don't know if it's a situation where that's New Earth and essentially I end up being there. I'm just speaking for me because I don't know everyone else's situation. I don't know what everybody else is going through. So I don't know if it's like an imbalance between being there and here, and which one dissolves and which one flourishes. I don't know. But a psychiatrist 2 months ago had prescribed a medication, and it was for serotonin. And for some odd reason, I wasn't able to get it back then when they prescribed it. For some odd reason, the pharmacy called me on Monday and they said, "We have it here with us. Can we send it over to you?" And I was like, "Oh." So I went with it. So I basically tried the serotonin treatment. And literally, I tell you guys that I have been so drowsy. I've been like a zombie, basically, for the last 2 days. I still feel a little groggy now. I have a yawn. But it just kind of shows you that the world reality we live in, they kind of don't want to help you. They kind of want to prolong things and make things last and make money off of it, in my opinion. Because I've been saying for a long time, you just have to hit the nervous system. That's all. Hit the nervous system. If you hit the central nervous system, then the parasympathetic nervous system is not damaged. We have two nervous systems, and I don't think anyone knows about that. But you have your regular nervous system, and you have your parasympathetic. Parasympathetic is basically what we use right now in our ascension process. The things that we sense, our empathy, when we do aerokinesis or things of that nature, our vision states relating to our dreams, the feelings we get through subconscious, doings, going to the astral realm and feeling parched after. So those are a lot of the parasympathetic things, if you didn't know about that. So anyways, but I don't know if you guys can see, I'm getting some dark. I don't want bags, I'm too young. But my sleep is becoming less and less. My lucid dreaming is becoming more and more. And my astral projections are becoming more and more heavier. So I know something is, something is up. So my dream that I had yesterday, it was kind of fascinating. When I fell asleep, I saw a big flash, and it was like it was coming to me, and when it got to my face, it exploded. And literally, I woke up like gasping for air. It was very vivid that I don't know what is around the corner or what's bound to happen, but I just know that I saw this big white flash in the sky, and it was like something's gonna be changed for the rest of our lives after that. I don't know if that's gonna be our new norm, I don't know. And they've been cloud seeding a lot lately. I don't know. It's just kind of like, I always think about the whole chemtrail thing and the fleets and the different ships in the sky, cloaked. I think it's all a cahoots because, in cahoots. I think it's all in cahoots because it's like trying to keep us from noticing something right now because maybe times right now, I'm looking at notification on YouTube. Maybe right now is not the time for the masses to become known and aware of these things in the sky. Sorry, my brakes. Oh, can you guys hear them squeak? It's hard being an artist. I won't say starving artist because that puts pride in hustling. I don't have pride in hustling. But to have the job title that I have and pay all the bills and still not be able to pay all the bills, it's complicated. Oh, this life. Like I was talking with a friend, I'm like, is it over yet? Like, are we done? I want to be done. It's just this whole 3D realm, 3D density. It's just like, it's so much. Like, I'm realizing now how exhausted I am. I'm just exhausted. And it's not even like people anymore. It's just myself. I'm just not getting the rest that I need. And then it's like when I'm consciously choosing certain things, such as, I don't know, like if I go to a friend's for a birthday, or, I don't know, or when I perform, these belly dance shows that I do, like when I consciously choose to do things, and then let's say like last weekend, there was a dance show, but then they were having wine and they were having drinks, and so I was just like, oh, but drinking kind of keeps me up. Like, it's kind of funny because before drinking used to knock me out, now it keeps me up. Polar reversal. I'm navigating. So back to chemtrailing. I've been studying the book of Enoch this week. I need to finish it. It's sort of like my first thing that I need to do, like, immediately. So you guys probably seeing a delay in me putting out videos, or on Facebook. I'm not really too much in my conversations right now because I really need to like put all my attention towards this book of Enoch, make sure I interpret things properly. But I want to share one thing. Enoch talked about the 5 mountains in the book of Enoch. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, yeah, you're going to be a little confused. But it shares a lot about these 5 mountains in the book of Enoch. And one was like gold, copper, if I'm not mistaken, steel, soft metal, and lead. Ooh, I can't believe I remembered. Yay. Gold, copper, steel, soft metal, and soft metal would be silver, correct? If I'm not mistaken. So I was thinking like 5 mountains with these, and I thought, oh, chemtrails. Because if you were Enoch, from way back when, right? Shut up, brakes. If you were Enoch from way back when, you would not know that airplanes are distributing these elements in our stratosphere. And so when they land on the mountains, because the mountains are up high, that's where these elements are going to rest. So I was like, oh shoot, we are the last generation. I mean, I already knew that, but then that's your evidence. It's proof that Enoch is legit in his vision, his prophecy. The only thing I question is Enoch talked about walking away with the Lord of Spirits, right? He talked about disappearing, and he disappeared, and no one knew where he went. But I'm just questioning, how is he able, who was interpreting his words for him? I don't know if he wrote his story and then vanished, or he vanished while writing and then left this like text behind. That's the mystery that I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna figure it out. I figure out a lot of stuff, but I really find a lot of repetitive things, but I found a lot of stuff that being a child of wisdom, you're translucent in the densities. So I understand that, let's say I harvest a dark spirit for 2 hours one day, right? I'm understanding that's what the consequences are with taking in wisdom into the body, because it's passing a higher realm. It's going through fourth dimension, 4D. It's going into your 3D body. So it's really about trying to stay filled with the light as much as possible. Oh, there's my affirmation. I always tell people, like, you can't worry about what I'm going through. You can't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Like, I always will surface. I always will rise. I always will ascend out of all crap. It's just when people dwell and they make themselves not accountable, but sometimes people, they worry about me and they let that worry bother them, and then they just sort of cut me off from their life. And I noticed a small amount of people, especially like with my clients, they don't understand that somebody has to, this kind of sounds egotistical, but it's like somebody has to find out these different loopholes and these missing links, and someone has to connect these, Even in the book of Enoch, it talks about the chosen one, and we all don't know who it is, but I think him leaving it open-ended like that allows people to self-select themselves, or to deselect themselves, or to pinpoint or make it accountable to someone else. So, there's my download hiccup. So that's all I really wanted to share with everybody is I'm spending the whole week studying something and interpreting the climatical events that are occurring in the text. What else I want to share with you guys? I told you the Flash. The Flash, it wasn't like the Solar Flash. This was different. This was like, it was literally in my face. And I've had dreams like this before where I've seen meteors. I've seen meteor showers hit the ground, and they scare the poop out of me. Like, these dreams were like where I could not get up until this event was over. Those are things that I tell people, like, those are things that I'm going through. And affliction like that, witnessing people actually die in your dream state, you're seeing how ripped apart their bodies are by something. I hate to be detailed and graphic, but that's just what it is. You're hearing people scream from being hit by something from the sky. There was even another dream I had before where there were airplanes falling on the ground, and no one could do anything. It was just like you had to look up, and you had to dodge, and there was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Airplanes were coming to the ground. And we all know that that's a metaphor. When you see white planes hit the ground, it's going to be death. That could also be interpreted by the white horse, the horseman with the white horse, the pale horse. What else I want to share with everybody before I go? The four horsemen of Revelation. I think we've somewhat seen the pale horse, the second one, allegedly. Now we're going to see the third coming in on Halloween. I know that this is because it talks about the arrow. Was that Sagittarius with an arrow? I thought it was Scorpio. No, Scorpio's a scorpion, Aaron. I have to read it again. But I know the four horsemen, we have two left. I'm very certain. And all four have to be revealed before the seventh seal is broken. Once the seventh seal is broken, we already know the seals that control and hold Earth. You know, and I figured that out too. So you guys know that Saturn has 7 rings, right? If you didn't know, now you know. Thank you, Ariana Grande, in her song. That's the hierarchy levels of masonry and their power, allegedly. So long story short, if those powers that think they control everything here on Earth, then that should tell you who runs Earth. Cube of Saturn. As long as, it's weird. I always think of Mecca, and I always think of like the black cube that they all spiral around. If that in fact had landed, I'm just being wild and crazy. It's my theory. If that had flew off of Saturn, landed here, and like people or a being came out of it and been proclaimed as a Messiah. I don't know. And then you talk about this Jesus Messiah, and people are like, well, how can we believe that? Because this other thing was here before him, this future technology thing. And maybe this black cube can be connected to AI. Maybe I'm channeling a message right now, I don't know. So I always think about those things, and I'm like, And this is what I encourage people to do. Is it may sound crazy, it may not make any sense at all, it may sound like a metaphor. People are going to accuse you of being on something when you're talking this way, but as long as you keep your sanity while you are making these kinds of notes and strange conclusions, you actually are helping expand consciousness. Anytime you feed the collective, consciousness will expand on our behalf. So I'm just making a guess, but I think I'm very accurate, because it would make no sense that people in a very respected culture and tradition would just randomly do that, unless something had landed and came out of it, or something landed and will soon come out of it, and they will say, oh, Messiah, but that will not be the Messiah. Remember, the Antichrist comes in before. But the thing about people they need to understand is Antichrist doesn't mean human, allegedly. Antichrist is a movement, it's a wave, it's a spell. Kind of like how I was talking with a friend the other day about spirit cooking, and how Hillary Clinton came up in that subject, and how entertainers often come up in that topic of why they be doing that. But you think of the spirit cooking situation and all the people who were liberal or democratic at the time, and you think about how they're responding and reacting right now. So you put the things together, put them all together, and there you go. These people are acting crazy. Why? Because they're under a spell. Allegedly. I have to start saying allegedly because, I have to protect myself and my channel. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. It's 20 minutes in. To be continued. A lot of things are coming, but I'm happy. I'm so exhausted. I'm tired of sponging the 40. Tired. Oh, P.S. I was talking about this the other day. I have a video titled, Why Are We Here? I posted that, I think, last week. And it's fascinating because the Higher Self channel just uploaded someone else's video. She said it in a more eloquent way. I just went to the nitty gritty. We're here to be sponges. We're here to soak up the 4D. We're here to use it up. We're here to purge through all sorts of affliction, addictions, and emotions. Like, we are here to take it and transmute it. Ugh. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. So if ever you're like dwelling in your thoughts and you go, oh, I don't know why this just isn't me right now. I don't think this way. I don't feel this way. It's not you. It has a lot to do with what I was saying about 7 rings of Saturn. And once we break that 7th seal, you will not any longer feel what you're feeling right now. It'll be such a, you know. I forgot to put that part in the earlier speech. I was rambling. The next video I'll upload, I'll talk about the technology of the other reality, or just the technology itself that I was revealed. And I'm sleepy. Bye, everybody. See you later.